Number 13 will stand in with a golden opportunity to open this thing up early on.
Number 13.
And this one gets away. That could be a run. And as it turns out, he won't test it. Fouled back. Already 24 pitches to this point in the inning. Swing and a miss on the fastball, and it's 1-2. Well, this first inning's been a rough one already. He needs an out here in the worst way.
And you don't want to get caught having to play catch-up this early in the ball.
Meanwhile, this ball gets down. It's a base hit. And that'll score the run from third as they go up 2-0 now.
I tell you what, anytime you get a first-inning visit from your pitching coach, something ain't working out there. You know, here's what he's saying. Look, we need you to figure this out. We need some innings out of you here. Let's go.
Bruno Alaniz is at the plate here as he quickly finds himself down a strike. It's 0-1.
You cannot let this situation get any worse. You got to be thinking strikeout or ground ball. Even if you allow one run to score in the...
On to first, and they get them both. Number 13 will stand in now looking for more as they really try to put this one out of reach early. And just lucky to make contact on that one as it's chopped foul. A great job of changing speeds there. It's 0-2.
Oh, he's still got to make one more big pitch, but this is a great start with the bases loaded.
Lays off that time, and it's 1-2.
On 0-2, if that's a curveball, a changeup, a sinker, then maybe you get a guy to chase. But it's much easier to lay off a pitch.
Now, meanwhile, this ball's going to get through, and that's a base hit. Now it's cut off. A throw to the plate, and they will not get him at the plate as 2 runs are in, and it's 5-0.
And he continues to be a big part of their attack. 2 more RBIs on the plate. That gives him 3 for the ball game, and they push that lead out a little wider.
Bruno Alaniz will get a shot now with 2 on and 2 out here in inning number 2. Getting a few steps off a second there. Now the pitch. Went about halfway there, but it's a called strike regardless.
You can bet they'd love to have him get out of this without having to call in that bullpen just yet.
And meanwhile, this pitch gets away from him. In the dirt, might not be enough to try it, and he is safe at third as he moves up on what's likely to be ruled a wild pitch.
Gotta hold him right here. Let's go.
No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike.
And one thing you can't do here, you cannot lose him and load the bases. He's still got a couple pitches to play with, but I'd expect this one to be somewhere in the strike zone.
And a swing and a ball hit well down the left field line, but back into the crowd, foul. Fouled straight back. Here's a swing and a high pop-up. Drifting into foul territory now toward the third base dugout. Messer. Tommy Messer will get his first chance at it now. Didn't factor much into the win yesterday as he took an 0 for 4 in the ball game. And looked like the cut fastball there as it's hit fairly well out towards straightaway center. And that'll get down out there for extra bases. Not in time, and he's in there with a double. Reggie Merritt will dig in now. He's got that average up over 330 to begin the ball game. And a good curveball there as this is lifted out towards straightaway center field. Catch made out there in center field as the runner will tag from second. And he'll make it up to third safely here with 1 away.
So a double and a fly ball move a man to third now with 1 away. Now if they could just get another fly ball, it would likely net him a run.
Number 13.
Number 13 will step in now. He's singled twice to this point. And this is just off the outside corner for a ball, 1-0. And he gets around on the fastball here as this is hit fairly well out toward left field. It'll die on the warning track as the catch is made. And here comes the runner from third. And they'll add one more on the sacrifice fly as this is now a 6-2 ball game.
Now, I'll tell you what, guys, he did not miss a grand slam by a whole lot. He'll wind up getting the sacrifice fly in the RBI, but you see just how close this ball came to getting out of here.
Now here's a bouncing ball sent back up the middle, and it's going to find its way into center, his second hit of the afternoon. Marco Alaniz will dig in, 1 for 2. He grounded out the first time and followed that with a base hit in his second plate appearance. Now the 0-1 is swung on and lifted out to straightaway center field. Number 13 is going to have room out there as number 13 will be the batter. A couple of singles to his credit thus far. Here's the first offering. Here's a fastball that swung on and hit pretty well out to deep left field. Wolf is there to put it away, and the runner will be forced to retreat back to first. Lorne Asuncion will stride in, grounded out his last time through. Runner away from third, now the pitch. Oh, he waits that one out perfectly as this ball's drilled into left center field, and that gets down for what could be extra bases. And he is into second base with an RBI double. Chris Benitez will dig in here, 1 for 2. He's singled and grounded out so far. Swinging a hard liner to short. Oh, and it sailed right over his head at first. Luckily, however, the first baseman will get his mitt on it, so there is no advance on the play.
Boy, nowhere close with this throw. Here's another look at first base. I mean, not only is this thing over his head, but you see it take off to the right field side of the bag, so it's not even on target. Very sloppy there. Potentially dangerous, too.
And that's through into right field for a base hit. And a good throw is going to hold that runner at third, so they're loaded now with only one away.
Oh, yeah, he's got that magic wand going now. That's his third hit in 4 trips, all of them singles, and he's been a tough out all game long.
Bruno Alaniz will have a shot to really put this one out of reach now with the bases loaded. Now here's the first pitch. Line hard, but foul. And now we'll see some action in the bullpen as the lefty starts to get loose. And this one's downstairs. It's a ball and a strike. A look here at the hits per side here in the late going. Here's the 1-1. Big breaking ball and a beauty that time, 1-2.
Now you got to beware of that sinker. I mean, he'd take a strikeout right now, but I think he still just wants this guy to hit the ball.
And meanwhile, this pitch gets away from him. James Anderson will stand in another dangerous spot here in the inning as this ball game is hanging on the precipice of getting out of hand.
Yeah, I think you have to get this guy if you're going to have any chance of sticking around. Even a single here might put this one out of reach.
Comes back with a fastball up and away that swung on and missed, 0-2.
And he's really going to have to fight now. You got to take a little bit out of your swing and find a way to put this ball in play.
Slider, good 2-strike pitch, but it misses, 1-2.
Not a real good 0-2 there. You don't necessarily want it in the zone, but you do want to at least give him something to think about.
The 1-2 offering looked like a slider that time, but it's 2-2. And he's getting his money's worth up there now. It's full 3-2.
You can just sense him starting to tense up out there on the mound. They had him down 0-2, and now he's struggling to make.
And we'll have to leave it there as the play is made here to end the. Reggie Merritt is the last chance now with 2 out here in the 9th. Swing and a ball hit out toward right center. Brinkley is there, makes the catch, and the ball game is over.
And you know what? I don't care who you're playing. You know, it's never easy to go out on the road and win any game. So that was a great effort by them in every phase of the game.
And quite a lot of offense in this one, but if we had to highlight one guy that made the difference, there he is. He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, he was a thorn in their side all game long. You'll see there, he winds up with a 3-hit ball game, and a couple of those were key hits that helped lead his guys to victory.
So that'll just about do it. For Eric Karros, Steve Lyons, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB The Show. For more, don't forget to check out theshownation.com. Welcome.
And now, your defending Eastern.
Number 13 will stand in as one of the stars from yesterday's ball game as he had 3 hits in the victory. First pitch of the inning is taken downstairs for a ball. It's 1-0. Pitch swung on and hit in the air toward the line and right. And it's a fly out to start the second, 1 away. Luis Martinez will stand in for a second time. He drew a base on balls to lead off the home first. Now a fastball is lifted into the air to shallow center. Myers is there, and he puts this one away for the 3rd out. Number 13 will step in. He's 0 for 1 thus far.
Number 13.
Lined hard toward short, and that's through, a base hit.
You talk about getting the bat head out in front. This is rifled up the middle. Can't square up a baseball any better than that.
William Francisco will dig in here. Took a called 3rd strike his first time. And this is fouled back and out of play.
Here you go now, let's go. Hey, let it fly up there, huh? Hey.
That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike. Called strike 2 on the cutter, and he's behind in the count now, 1-2.
So far, he's the only guy that struck out for these guys. He's in danger of making it 2 now.
I had him guessing that time as he's barely able to foul it away. Both clubs with 3 hits in the ballgame. And he just does manage to fight this one off as it's fouled away. Look out. That one almost got away from him. 2-2 now. Can't imagine guys like that too much.
Yeah, not too much indeed. You start getting into the danger area when it's up and in that high.
Fouled back. Full count now. 3-2. How about this for an at-bat?
Best we've seen tonight, no question.
Runner holding tight at second. Now the pitch. Swing and a ball lifted into straightaway center. Martinez is there. 2 gone. Sonny Anderson will get a shot here with 2 on and 2 out here in the 4th. And a fastball misses here to start the at-bat. It's 1-0. Now a spin and a throw back to second, and he tried to get too cute there as he throws it away.
Well, the difficult part about this throw for a pitcher is that when he steps off and then spins his body like that, for a brief second there, he loses sight of the second base bag. And then when you pick it back up, you've got guys moving this way and that. Sometimes it's tough to lock back on.
Swing and a miss on the heater, and it's 2-1.
Well, this pitching staff has done a pretty darn good job against him in this series.
Out trying to hold back as this is hit back toward the mound. And indeed, he'll take only the out at first as the run comes in. Dave Tharp will stand in, 0 for 2 thus far. And he puts a pretty good jolt into this one, high and deep to center. Catch is made. Here comes the runner from third. And he will score as that run breaks the tie and makes this a 2-1 ball game. Michael Wolf will stand in, base on balls his last time. And he goes the other way with a fastball as this is hit in the air toward the gap in right center. And he'll reach down to make the play on the run. A fine defensive effort there retires the side. Number 13 will step in. He's singled in 2 trips thus far.
Number 13.
Now a ball hit pretty well to the left, but this is going to wind up in the seats foul.
Come on, Trenton. Find something you like up there.
Fastball swung on and grounded out towards second. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. So no run. Number 13 will start it off here in their half of the 9th, and no sign of a reliever. They're going to let him try to finish this one off.
Well, he's been brilliant so far, so why not see if he can take it the distance? It just doesn't happen these days very often.
And that is into left field, so the leadoff man's aboard to kick off the 9th.
I tell you, when you're on a hot streak like this guy's been on, everything you touch turns to gold. I mean, this is not a particularly great swing. It's not hit hard at all, but sure enough, it finds a hole, and at average, it'll climb a few more points.
Mark Aviles will get the assignment on the mound here as he'll enter with the runner at first and nobody out. William Francisco will be the first to stand in against the new pitcher, as he'll do so with a runner at first and nobody out. And this is high, a ball and a strike. Swing and a miss on the fastball, and it's 1-2.
Nothing fancy. 3 fastballs so far in this at-bat. He can go just about anywhere from here.
On good opposite field power here as this fastball is taken high and deep to right. And that will find the seats, a home run. A 2-run blast to straightaway right field, and it's a 5-3 game now. Well, you always hope to get a good outing from your starting pitcher, but this man went above and beyond in this one. He's our top player of the game.
And now, welcome your Akron
Lonnie Yamaguchi will stand in. Off to a real hot start at the plate as he comes into this one sporting a .400 batting average. And he changes up on him here and gets him to lift one into shallow center field. Number 13 comes on now, and he has it one down. So the rookie passes his first test here on the mound. And with that, let's get a quick look at the Akron defense. It's brought to us by the folks at Majestic. If it happens in baseball, it happens in Majestic. And this one will be foul back in among the fans.
Going out now. Hey, all right, here we go. Come on, guys.
Just couldn't pull that one back in time. It's 0-2 now.
Hey, come on now. Here we go. Hey, here we go.
I can't get him to go after that slider. It's 1-2. And he takes a big swing here, but this winds up a little tapper to the left of the mound. And he throws it away.
And sometimes you can just have a little bit of a mental block on this play. It's just a simple step and throw, but he winds up firing it right by his man at first.
William Francisco will dig in now with a runner on base. And you know, Eric, after the error, he's got to be careful out there on the mound.
Yeah, I mean, it's tough to let errors go as it is, but when it's your error, way tougher. You feel like you need to make amends on your own, and that can get you into even bigger trouble.
That's on the inside corner to put him behind here, 0-2.
Yeah, and it doesn't look like he's trying to get a ground ball here. He's coming right after him, trying to get a punch out.
And he'll just fight this one off as it's chopped foul.
Hey, roll it up, huh? Your pitch. Drive deep, huh? Here you go.
And he looks at a ball, 1-2.
And that's the right spot for that slider. Really try hard to tie him up inside. And that's a good job to lay off, too.
Swing and a ball hit softly on the ground. But this is a foul ball as the count holds steady at 1-2.
Let's go through right here. Hey, infield, knock it down, knock it down. Hey, need to strike out.
Swing and a hard ground ball to third. To second for one. On to first, and they turn the double play. Chris McGinnis will dig in. He singled his first time around. And good contact there as this is hit high and deep to right center. And he gets there as he had a lot of ground to cover that time, and the side is retired. So they go quietly here in this half inning. On now to the bottom half. Number 13 will dig in. 0 for 1 in the ballgame.
center fielder, number 13.
Come on, Akron. Hey, get a good one.
Now a ground ball towards the hole. And the throw to first is in time, one gone. Lonnie Yamaguchi will stand in to start things off as this top of the batting order hasn't found a whole lot of success so far.
In fact, just one hit between the 1, 2, 3 hitters combined. So apparently the table setters have not been getting their chores done.
And the 6th inning opens with a flyout, one away.
Yeah, it looked like this might be much more off the bat, but this ballpark has really played large tonight. And, you know, we've seen a few balls right now really get knocked down out
Center
there.
fielder, number 13.
And this is fouled straight back.
Hey, no one down here. Hey, get your pitch up there. Let's go, baby. Hey, Larry.
Grounded foul toward the coaching box at third.
Let him rip right here. Come on, fellas, let's go.
Oh, and he dusted him off the plate that time. Some mind games being played now. It's 1 and 2.
And even on 0-2, you don't want guys to get into a comfort level up there.
Fastball hit on the ground is short. One away.
Yeah, another good start to an inning for him here. He's really only made one bad pitch the entire game. That was the solo home run. Other than that, you can see there, not much to speak of at all.
Now he takes something off there as this is skied out to fairly deep center field. And the 8th inning begins with a flyout, quickly one away.
Yeah, he just keeps rolling right along. Shutout intact as you get a look at his line so far. Through 7 1/3 innings now, they have just not been able to mount any type of offense against him at all.
Now that's back up the middle, and it'll get on through for a base hit. Tying run at first now with one gone. Number 13 will step in now in a big spot here in a game as close as this one.
He had a chance at redemption, too, because he hasn't done much through his first 3 plate appearances, but he could make up for all of that with a base hit right here.
Throw gets him, 2 down.
This is always a tough play for a charging third baseman. Everything's got to go right, and you see the good transfer, then the sidearm fling off of the right foot, and he does a nice job of getting enough on that throw to make the play.
And here's a big swing as he sends this one in the air out toward deep center. Number 13 is there, and he makes the catch for the out.
That ball was hit well, and it might have been a different story if he pulled it. Instead, he hit it to the big part of the ballpark, and he's retired.
Michael Hernandez will stand in as their last chance now. Now a swing and a fly ball, and this should do it. Brinkley is there to make the catch, and with that, the ball game is over.
Yeah, you know, this game kind of felt like it could have been played back in 1968. Very well played, very low scoring, very quick game, too. I'll tell you, I could go for a few more of these this year. That'd be okay by me.
Time for one final check of the line score as you see the key players there in this shutout victory.